Well, we've got some more camper content over here. This is our 2318 Rockwood 2318G. Just got it reset to 2022, and we're going to come here and do some repair work on it. I forget what it's called, but it's this little vinyl cover that covers up all the screws here. Has cracked right in half and is not protecting it all from water. The other three seem okay. There's one on each corner. There's not one on the roof. Yeah, not one on the roof. So just on these four corners. So I'm going to start by taking this cap off. I have a roll of 100 feet. The other stuff, we'll take this cap off and then we will pull this out and see how much we need. This is what I have. It's, I don't know if it even shows up in there, but it's Camco RV trim insert, 1 inch by 100 feet. Obviously we need like 4 feet, but I guess before I take this cap off and everything, I should make sure this is the right size. There we go. So let's do that first. Let's open this up and make sure what we have is the right thing. So I definitely don't want to compromise the camper if I don't have the right thing to fix it, especially because we're going to be taking it in a week or two here on a trip out to the horse park, the Kentucky Horse Park. And I'm going to try to make a video of that. We'll see if it works out. We're going to be going with some other people, so we will see. And I don't know which way it needs to go. I guess that way. Yeah, it looks like it's probably right. We'll take this cap off and we'll take a look. We'll give this a shot. Look at that. So I've owned a pop-up for a few years. I've never taken it apart to this degree, so hopefully doing this right. Alright, so we've got a significant amount of caulking right here, this metallized or aluminum or whatever this is. Looks like we have to cut back a little bit to access this. So I'm pushing on it. I don't think it folds over. I think it's just right underneath here. We'll have to come back in with some clear silicone after this. Fill this back up. Yeah. I was trying to be super careful not to cut too much of this off, but I don't think I cut enough off. Okay, I see what we're doing here. I'll bring you down to it. See, the end folds over right there. I'll have to pull this up and out. I also need to see if it's attached underneath. Let's go take a look. You can see it better there. The cracked right off. You can get to the screws and everything. And I guarantee it's not waterproofed underneath. So let's see what we got happening. Oh good, just one screw. I'll get that one undone as well. And theoretically it should pull right out. Let's see. Alright, now we'll have a good comparison to see if I have the right size. Yep, sure looks like it. Excellent. How much do you bet it's stuck right behind there? I'm going to bet quite a bit. Yep, there it goes. I can see it moving there in the screw hole. There we have it. Alright, now time to cut a new piece. Let's see, I'm going to be better off sliding it in or bending it in. Let's just see real fast. Bending's not hard. We'll try that. This is the most RV work I've actually ever done in terms of fixing real issues. A lot of other mods and things, but nothing in relation to waterproofing. So I'm trying to do this carefully and in a way I can undo it in case I do it wrong, because I sure don't want to mess something up with this. I'll move you down for a closer look again. Oh, wait a minute. Just realized I can't do this yet because I have to put that screw back. What I can do though is go ahead and cut this. And I'll cut it a little long. I'll cut it down to here. Because I can always cut it shorter. Can't cut it longer. Alright, I'm going to call that good. I definitely don't want to strip this out because nothing on this is made well at all. Just the way nature of campers there. So I pulled it snug. I'm going to silicone up here again where I pulled it back anyway. So I'm going to call that good there. We'll refeed this in here. Pull this back out and see if I can pull this down anymore. Because I want as little in the way up here as I possibly can get. Excellent. We'll screw this in down here. I don't think I'm going to get a good shot here, but what I'm just going to do is feed this screw back underneath. I'll often end up cutting some more of this off. There's a screw hole where the other one used to be. I'll just trim it. That's all we're going to do down here. It's awfully bright out here, so I can't really see the screen, but what we did is there's a screw right there. Just tucked it under, gave a little bit of a drip room there, and screwed it back in. The wood there is still pretty good. So that's good. And it looks like we're pretty much done here. I'm going to come in here though. Oh, grab my trash. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the other three, excuse me, because that wasn't too bad. See how they look. Let's go for a walk. Oh, this one's already cracked too. Well, we'll do this one next. Let's see the other side. Oh, I just noticed that there's some right here too. That one looks good. That one looks good. Still very soft actually. There's the back. It's not cracking, but it looks a little stiff. This one looks good too. Probably won't show up, but I can see a bunch of horizontal lines. I assume it's just the plasticizer is drying out. So we'll switch sides here and we'll hit this other side real quick. Well, we'll finish this. We're going to silicone this side because it is supposed to rain later. So I'm going to load this up with silicone, stick this back down. Alright, I got us all tucked in. I put some clear silicone over here. It looks a little cloudy because I used some alcohol to wipe it off first. Make sure it's all clean. And I loaded up here with silicone to make sure that water wasn't getting in. So we'll set you back up here to watch the reassembly process. I'm not sure if it matters, but I'm going to put these screws back on the sides that they came out of. And I've ensured that I've loaded up where the screws go too with silicone. And I think these screws only screw into the aluminum trim here. So I'm going to crank it down a little bit, but not too hard. That'll probably be enough for that. That's enough for that. I don't want to strip these out. That'll be disastrous. Now it folds over here. I'm going to stick some right in there too, just to be sure. Oh, that water's not going to try to get up and underneath that. Yeah, that'll do. And you can see it mushed out the side there. And you can't see, but it mushed out the side over here. So while we're at it, that was pretty simple. In real time, it took about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, including the camera work. So we'll hop over the other side and do this too. Well, it turns out I didn't film any of that. I noticed as the GoPro was turning off that I never had filmed. Anyway, noticed a couple things on this side. This wall and this wall do not fit or meet flush exactly. It's not this dramatic, but this wall is up a little bit, so I can't quite shove that in as far. And just some quality control things, like we talked briefly about on that side. I noted the screw on here doesn't have any sealant at all over it, while this side does. Luckily the wood looks pretty solid still, but we'll fix that with some silicone. And then we'll run this down. So far no other issues. What I was just saying is that it's about 90 degrees out here today. It is, you know, July 20th, so that's not unusual. But it sure makes it a little bit toasty to work in. But it also means this stuff is super pliable, which makes this a lot easier. I can't imagine doing this in the fall or something where, you know, the high is 60 degrees or less. That would just be a real pain. I couldn't make that work. It'd be a real pain. So what I was thinking of was trying to get this to work. So I was not able to shove the back of this down to where that screw was because of that. It's offset, it's a minor amount, but just enough that I can't shove the vinyl or whatever this is, this plastic stuff, in there. So I shoved it as far as I could, put the screw back in. But trying to do that when it would be 50 degrees would be a real pain. So I got this part done. I'm gonna screw it in, cut it off, and we'll silicone at the top. Alright, so we're screwed in. Oops. We're screwed in at the bottom, cut off the end. A little bit closer here. Oh. Yep, we're still live. Still live. So I can show you the sealing of this. I did tug away at this a little bit, this rail. So I'm gonna come in with some alcohol actually first. Make sure the surface is nice and clean. And I'll run, again, like the outside 6-8 inches down. And I'll load up this part. Here's that screw hole. It didn't have any sealant in it or on it. So this one's much dirtier than the other side. It's a rookie move getting the cloth and the fire and the Velcro there. I'll get this all wiped off. I'll wipe down the edges of that rail. It might be out of camera, out of frame, but that's what I'm doing over here. And let that dry and we'll seal it up. Alright, we're going to load this puppy up with silicone. Right or wrong, That's what I'm doing. I don't want any issues with this thing. Water is your camper's worst enemy. It's really almost everything's worst enemy. Great paradox of life there, but it's not a philosophy channel. We can discuss those things if you'd like later. Now, I should have showed you this before I filled up the hole, but what I'm doing right here, as you can see, there's a gap. Now the rain cap's going to sit over this, but I'm going to go ahead and fill in those holes with silicone as well, just to be doubly certain. Don't know if that's right or wrong. Makes sense to me. Just a professional pop-up owner. And we're going to load around the screws here, around the edge. Make sure I have that nice and sealed. And then we're just going to cake the top of this. Alright, we're back. GoPro died. It's too hot. So all I did was I just loaded up this area right here. And that is zoomed in super far. Try to back you up a little bit here. There we go. That's a bit better. Caked up with silicone. I think I might put some more here on this edge. Again, just to be sure, I have some shop towels here. I expect them to be cleaning up a lot of this. But, like I said, I would rather have too much and have to waste some of it than not have enough. End up with a leak. And leaks lead to rot. And rot is a bad time. Might see a giant cicada flying around. It's quite confused. There we go. Now, hopefully I never have to open this up again, because this thing is going to be a real pain now. And there we go. I'm going to wipe this up. Got it over my hands already. Wipe this up, clean it up, we're going to call it good. Alright, to me that's looking pretty good. Do have a spot right in this corner that's open, so I'm going to shove some in there. Just a little bit. So we block it off. And wipe this again. Make it a little bit neater and or worse. Now that I did that, it looks worse. And there we go. So I'm going to let this sit about this far open for a while, as long as I can. Get ready for the shakes. It's open as long as I can. This is that gap I was talking about, that void right in there. We're going to just, like I said, open about this far as long as I can so that it has time to dry out, because that's a coming. I don't know if that shows up as well in camera as it does in real life, but that is awfully dark. And there's a good chance of rain this evening, so this stuff, let me show you what I'm using here. GE Advanced Silicone, waterproof for windows and doors. Oh, focus. There we go. Windows and doors. Freeze, sunproof, 10 year, 30 minute. You can see it all there. 100% silicone is the key there though. And outdoor. I don't care about the non-paintable, doesn't matter to me. But this is waterproof in as low as 30 minutes. Based off minimum temperature of 65 degrees and humidity minimum at 50%. I'm not sure what it is right now. 88, 89, and humidity is going to be higher than that. But here's a little recap of what we did though. If you ever had that issue come up It's not a big deal at all to fix or replace. To go from this, all these cracks, to this. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you later.